Hey guys, how's it going? I see these videos floating around all the time on YouTube. I bought the cheapest such and such from people. I bought the cheapest excavator. I bought the cheapest skid steer. I bought the cheapest truck. Well, today we are going to copy the idea. I bought the cheapest sleeve hitch on Facebook Marketplace that I could find. $190 something I think is how much it was on there. I don't remember it being too bad. I see all these other sleeve hitches on there going for 200 bucks, almost 300 bucks. I saw this one and I thought, well, I better get that before it disappears. So I bought it. I have not seen it yet. It is currently on its way here. Shipped to me. It is coming from Indiana. Indiana or Indianapolis, one of the two. I think it was Indiana. So, previously on the channel, I bought this plow off of a friend of mine, Merv. I also bought this 140 off of him, as well as a 69 140. The 69 140 has perished. We're stuck with this one still. So yeah, stay tuned. This one's going to be running again. I bought this plow off of him. It seems to be a pretty good plow. I actually have plowed with it before. It had an extension on it. I ended up taking a friend of mine took the extension off of it, Shane Andrew, rest in peace Shane. He took the extension off of it that was put on there. I guess it was being pulled by a bigger tractor. I pulled it behind the 312, which the 312 was kind of shifting over to the side a little bit when it tried pulling it, because I guess the plow was a little bit too much for it. So there you go. We took the extension off of it, and it plowed a lot better, which is good. So what we are going to do today is we are going to be taking the cheapest sleeve hitch, and we are going to see if we can plow the garden with it and how it does. It is missing the plate, I think, that mounts, or there's a plate on there and there's a couple of bolts that it uses to hold the sleeve hitch level, as well as to hold it from wobbling around. So that's what it's missing. They go in here in between the pin that goes down through here where that hole is. It's they're probably not that hard to find, you know, but if I can throw something in between there and get it to work, I will. I could probably even just throw a piece of metal, you know, just a generic piece of metal in there. Where is what I'm looking for? I don't see it. Even that might be too thick. I'm sure you've noticed a change in quality. Yes, I am on a different camera. This is my Canon, the big Canon, the one that I used to film my videos with before it screwed me over on one of the videos I was filming. I think it was on my Cub. No, it wasn't on the Cub. What was it on? I can't recall what it was on. So I haven't used it in a while. And after that happened, I started using the phone, which the phone is a pain in the ass. It does a really good job at recording, but it's an absolute pain in the ass to get the footage off of it. You can't plug it into the computer and take stuff off of it. So you have to upload the videos privately to YouTube, and then you have to go on the computer and download them from YouTube onto the computer, wait for that process, and then you edit them, and then you re-upload it. So, just pain in the ass. Why can't you just plug the phone into the computer and do it that way? So, I kind of stopped recording stuff there for a while, unless I absolutely had to, you know, get by, to get things up and get things done. So there you go. I almost thought about just not uploading anymore, honestly, until I found a camera, because that was really starting to get ridiculous. But thankfully I didn't do that. I almost bought a 3-point as well, but I changed my mind on that because I really don't have any 300 series that have rear lift linkage or rear hydraulics, rear 300 series or 140s that have rear lift linkages. So there you go. I'm just going to stick with sleeve hitch for now. So let's go on ahead and let's get into this thing. Let's check out the cheapest sleeve hitch on Facebook Marketplace. Hopefully, this is what I ordered. It's not something else. If this is something else, I'll be pissed. A box in a box with paper. There we go. I don't know why it's red. I noticed it in the pictures, it was red. I don't know why it's red. I have a couple of suspicions, but, you know, oh well, it works. So there you go. Probably the tractor that was on, it was painted red by somebody. I know it's a Deere hitch. I don't think any other brand used the sleeve hitches like what Deere had. So there you go. This is the cheapest sleeve hitch I could find on Facebook Marketplace. Now I gotta find a better camera and a better tripod. Again, I apologize for the angle. So these are stuck. This one, yeah, those are probably, I kind of figured they were both stuck. So let's get some oil into it, and once we get some oil in here, we can hammer on it and see if we can get it to move. This is just motor oil, not really anything special. I almost wonder if it'd be a bad idea if we just took this assembly out of here and cleaned it up that way. That freed up. This one might entail a little bit more. There we go. So now they both move, which is good. Yeah, it appears it sat for a while. I would be curious to know why it's red. So there we go. Everything on here looks fine. Is that supposed to have that much movement in it? I know it's missing this. I did see that when I looked at it. I'm gonna have to see if I can find one of those pieces that go on there and hold it. Let's go on ahead and get it on the tractor, and once we get it on the tractor, we'll hook it up, and once we hook it up, we will see how it lifts. I got the tripod to hold up finally, no question, or hopefully it holds up long enough for me to get this on here and show it off before it falls. I didn't order a set of the things with it, the mounts, because I have a couple already on a couple of tractors, so I didn't think I needed them. Okay, come on. Go on. Well, it's there, it's just not in all the way. Oh, well, that's fine. This will probably need to be spaced. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, that'll probably need to be spaced out, but well, it went on. Cool! We have a sleeve hitch now. So let's go on ahead. I'm going to have to see if I can find one of those plates that go on there. And once we do that, we should be all set and ready to go. Let me grab a pin real quick. It's not exactly what I was looking for, but here's a bolt. Let's get this in here, and then once we get this put in here, we can go on ahead. I guess we could probably start this up and make sure it moves as it should. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then we can also check and see what the tractor is adjusted to. Thread on there for whatever reason. Grab a different nut. Maybe it's just that nut that won't thread on there. Maybe we'll have to. I don't have the correct rear linkage for a 300 series. This is actually off of a 140. The 140 linkage goes straight, where the 300 series linkage goes up and back. so it misses the creep adjustment. This does not have the creep adjustment on it. I actually took it off because it didn't work. So I just said, well, hell with it, I don't need it on there. So I took it off and I put this linkage on there so we could use it. I had a tiller mounted onto it before, you know, not tilling with it, but just getting it freed up because it was stiff. So there you go. That's kind of the story behind it. So I'm trying to think of a good way to get this off of here. Oh well, it can stay on there. Let's just get these. I'm not sure how far I want to tighten them. I'll get them close to this, that way there's no side to side travel. Probably right there is good. Now we'll tighten them together and hopefully that should hold this pin, or this bolt in, not pin, and that should keep it from wiggling around. Can't get that out of there. I had stuck it in there because I was using it, and now it's stuck. So there you go. Oh well. Grabbed myself a couple of 9/16 wrenches. So let's get this on here. Hopefully we'll get it nice and tight. I am going to be taking that deck off here. I know someone's going to ask me about that. Yes, it is going to be coming off. I think it's up all the way right now. I'm going to take that deck off and I'm going to put it on something else. I am also going to be trying this sleeve hitch out on my 110 also, because I do have a linkage on there for a sleeve hitch and I could put it on there if I wanted to. I don't know if I have a pin or not for this. I don't think I do. We shall see. I want this to go down probably as deep as it can, judging by what I remember. You want it to go... Okay, why is this not fitting? I wonder if these are out too far. Let me grab a 1/4 inch. Actually, let's try 5/16 because that's what they look like. They look a little bit bigger than 1/4. Yeah, I figured they were 5/16. I would think that they would go in further, right? And again, as we've noticed, it's been sitting for a while, so probably things just need to move around, you know. You know what? Let's just take these out. Maybe taking them out will allow us to get it on. These are the problem. I have a feeling the threads on these are supposed to go all the way down the bolt. At least that's what it looks like to me. You know what I wonder? I wonder if these are in backwards. They could be. Very well could be. I wonder if they're in backwards. Let's just stick this. Will it go in this way? Yeah, it will. You can go in that way. Let's just put it in like that for now. That way we don't lose them, you know. And then once we get things figured out, then we'll see. Because I know I'm missing that one part right now. Let's see if it goes on there now, and if it does, well, then that that just might be the answer, you know, that I was looking for. Oh, that goes on much easier now. Did that go through this other side? Well, no, that's a head too far. Come on. Where is it? Are this always this much of a pain in the ass? I know somebody out there saying the way to do it. I've never done this before. This is my first time really messing with a sleeve hitch on my own, so bear with me. There we go, we got it. Cool. So now, we got it mounted. That doesn't go up very far, does it? And that's up all the way. Is there a way that we can get that to go up higher, I wonder? You know, if we were to take this and hook it into this hole right here, that would make it go up higher, but would this run into here? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to experiment with that. But that's up all the way. Maybe it's because I don't have a real hitch pin. I'm using a bolt. Yeah, see how loose that is? That's probably it right there. Yeah. But it's on there. So there we go. We can't really do any plowing with it yet. However, we can look at it and admire it. Let me get you guys off the stand and we'll take a look at it real quick. See, that's what I was talking about when I said my stand broke. That little plastic part busted. So, wonderful. That's it. It looks like it's really low. I don't think it should be that low. But, well, maybe it is. I don't know. So there you go. It could even be because them tires are small. Because they do look like they're kind of short looking at it. Like I said before, the deck will be coming off. It will not be staying on there when I plow. It's just on there because I was messing with it some. So I think the next thing that we need to do is take it outside and get some pictures of it and rub it in a certain individual's face because he said I'd never have one of these, so that's going to be fun. So yeah, alright guys, let me get things moved around, and once I do that, we'll get this taken outside, and I want to get some pictures with it. And once I do that, I'll have to look around and see if I can find a thing. What did they call? What did he call that? I was talking to one of my friends the other day. He said it was called, I'll put it in here in the thing if I'll have to go back and see what he said. So yeah, let's take it out and let's get some pictures. So here's a rough estimate of what we're looking at right now. I took this piece of metal. This is the hitch. The two bolts that are on there hit this. This up here is the top. The hole goes here for the pin that goes and holds the plow, disc, chisel, blade, whatever you put on there. This is going to get cut off. This needs to be bent over. And once that gets bent over, everything here should, for the most part, be set and ready to go. So we need to cut this off, and after we get that cut off, we can get this bent. There should be enough room. Let me move this up a little bit. Right. What all do you see? Perfect. Ready? I'm probably going to end up taking that, grinding it in the grinder a little bit, and wire wheeling the surfaces of it. I was just trying to clean it up a little bit. But there you go. So now we want to take and we want to bend this. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. No, the vise isn't tall enough. Oh, I know how we can do it. I got an idea. So here's my idea. We can take it, we can put it in the press. A few things around. The battery in the camera is low, so more than likely I'll probably end up having to change it before we get too far into this. We'll get this done. And I have a little press. I have a little press. I have a little bender, whatever you call it. So we're gonna use it and we're gonna see how it does at bending this. It doesn't have a die on it I can change. However, hopefully it should work for this. I think it should be able to handle the steel that we're gonna be using in it. This might take a couple years to get to where it needs to go. But this is it right here. We actually might need to go down a little bit more. Oh, look at that, we're just right. So we'll get this eye level. There we go. Well, it doesn't look good. There, now it looks good. So we'll send that down, and while we do that, this is what we're bending. We want it bent this way. Now we can have it bent like that. I guess that way works too, since after all, we can see the line. Let me get my line lined up. Make sure that everything is even. Looks okay. I might want to go. That's too far. I know that there's a better way of doing this, I'm sure, but let's see where we can get it to now. Just right there. Let's just go with that. Let's see what that is. There we go. So now it looks like we are on it where we want to be. So let's just easily bend that. Hopefully we can get it to a right angle. That looks just about how I wanted it, actually. And we're right on the line. Cool. Great. Yep. We are right on my line. Awesome. So this is the hitch side. This is the top. Oh, I've been a little bit too far. We'll have to fix that. That shouldn't be too hard to do. So let's take it over to the vise and we'll mess with it a little bit more. So let's get this. We should be able to bend that some more. There we go, right there. No, it just sent right back. Let's get it a little more than we need. There we go. Now it's a pretty good right angle, I would say. I want to do a little bit on here. There we go. That looks good. I would say so. I want to take this and I want to clean this edge up right here, and I want to clean that edge up too. And once I do that, I will bring you guys back and we can get this onto the tractor. So one thing I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about just cutting a slot in it for the hole in the top instead of just putting a hole. You know, cut a slat in it, a slit in it to go around here. That's kind of what my thought is. Looks like it'll work, you know, which is good. I would like it to go a little bit lower, but it will once we get it drilled out. So that's what we have, and it covers up both bolt holes, so that's good. We can verify that it does. See, definitely covers them both, which is good. So yeah, there we go. So I think now the next thing we want to do is we want to decide how we want to drill. My thought is if we cut a slat in it, I'll be able to tighten these bolts, and this will be able to slide out, you know, to put pressure on what I have. That's almost why I just thought about cutting this off and just having a plate to push on it, but I thought, well, what if it ends up falling off while you're out there using it, you know? Then your plow's flopping around. So hopefully with this, we could cut a slot in here, slot, slit, whatever. Probably cut it back all the way, honestly. Probably did there, actually. You know, make it go back far enough. If it had to, it could go all the way back to the end of that. I was looking at a couple of plates you could get online, or you could get with these sleeve hitches. I didn't get one with this because it didn't come with it, but that's fine. I thought about taking it and drilling a hole up here. The way they have it set up is they have a hole drilled up here, and they also have their hitches slotted like that. You know, that way it goes in kind of at an angle. I'm not sure if I want to do that with this or not. This plate could even work like it is if I put a hole in it, you know, up here and get it to work. Although, am I going to have enough room with it like that, having the plow on there? Because the mouth of the plow I don't think is that tall. So there we go. That's currently where we're at. We could go in here and I'm almost tempted just to put a hole in it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. If I have some, make a hole bigger than that and wider so that way this could move around if I wanted it to. That's kind of what else I'm thinking about doing, you know. Maybe we'll just make, I like my idea of making a slit, slot, whatever, you know. So we want it like that. We have it exactly where we want it. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll just make it. How big does it need to be? It needs to be, I would say that's about 1 inch. We could measure it and find out if we wanted to. So let's find out what this is. I'm gonna guess it's about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches. Yeah, roughly 1 inch. Okay. That's what I thought. So this is about 1 inch. I don't know about the hole. I'm not worried about the hole. So we need to gap. If we have to, we can switch it so that the other side's the top and the other side's the bottom. I just had it set up like that for what I was doing. Let's put, now we're making the lines. This is where we want it, right? Yes. Let's go here and here. Go. So now we have made the lines. Let's grab a square. That way we can get it square and straight, and then we'll cut it. And once we get it cut, we can go from there. I'm sure that there's a better way of doing it, you know, but again, I'm not really looking for perfect. I'm just looking for something that works, you know. So there you go. Let's take our square. Make sure our line is straight. Where's my marker? Where's my marker? And we probably just want to go all the way up. Probably to there. Like that. Actually, I don't want to go the full width of that. I want to stop here. That's where we'll stop. So let's go on ahead and let's make that cut. And after we get the cut made, this is the, why does that look crooked? Because it is. Yeah, that looks awfully crooked. Oh yeah, that is. I need a smaller square. Yeah, see, look at that. That's crooked. What's funny is both of them are. Do that line. Now that's crooked. Just try to make it straight, okay? Just go into it straight. If we have to, we can screw with it. I think that the metal was probably bent crooked, is what it appears. Oh well. That's fine. I guess it works. Ready? Let's see what we get. So hopefully we should be able to get it on there now. Let me grab our tape and make sure it's an inch. That way we can throw it on there and know that we got it right. A little bit bigger than an inch, however, that'll work. So now we gotta get rid of this, which hopefully should be easy. And then once we get that off, we can how do we want to do that? Do we want to get it with the grinder? Yes. And we can grind it down to flat if we have to with the bench grinder. Probably doesn't go back anymore as far as I wanted it to, but actually that looks about as thick as the sleeve hitches. Let me take that and clean it up in the wire wheel, and once I do that, we'll try mounting it onto the tractor and we'll see how it looks. So I got this draft plate cut. I haven't tried putting it on here yet. I figured you guys wanted to see it go on for the first time. Got it cut. I took it up and I wire wheeled it. It looks pretty good. I did try grinding on it a little bit, but the guard got in my way, so I wasn't successful. Let's see if we can get it in here. Hopefully it fits. Look at that. It works. Awesome. So now what we need to do, if I had a welder, I would come back here and weld a little bit here to keep it from sliding out. or falling off there, but I'm probably not going to leave that on there all the time, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. So now I think the next thing we need to do is we need to mount the plow on. I don't have the correct pin for it at the moment to mount the plow, but I think if we were to use just a normal bolt, we might be able to get away with it and see what it does. So let me move you guys back a little bit and let's get the plow put on and let's just see what it does. Time lapse. So, well, I guess we can take it out and try plowing with it and see what it does. You know, since we have it on there, let me pull you guys out of the stand so you can see what I'm exactly looking at. There you go. Let me know if it's supposed to be bent like that. I don't think it is. That looks kind of off to me, but I mean, it's in the plow, it's not in the hitch. You know, because everything looks pretty damn straight. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see why. That's the way it was welded. Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about that. Why does it look so crooked? Let's throw the tripod on, let's throw the camera on the stand. Oh, I got another stand, by the way, and this one seems to be working pretty good. And you're probably wondering, where's the other stand at? Well, I threw it away because it didn't work anymore. This is the stand I was using. I went in the house and I grabbed this one. I had to take the camera head off of it because the other one on here was missing this, and it was one of them special ones. So I took it and I put it on. The only problem is, as you can see, it doesn't hold itself level. So there you go. And it's a little bit loose, but it does work. So there we go. Let's take this thing out back and let's see what it does. see how it does over here. This little area is known to hold water, so it might be interesting. So as I'm looking at it, I'm starting to wonder, it almost looks like the plow is turning more this way. So I'm starting to wonder if that's not going to work. That might be a little bit too thin in metal. Looks like it's going at an angle, you know. That's really the only thing I can find so far. So I need to find a draft plate, I guess. That one holds pressure on things. It's doing pretty good, you know. To me, it looks like it's kicked that way more. It should be a little bit more that way, I think. So, and plus, looking at it, it looks like it's over more here anyway. Well, I guess it works. I guess the cheapest sleeve hitch on Marketplace does work. It seems like it did pretty good for the most part. Let's try doing one more pass with it, just to see how it does. I guess, well, the ground's too wet. So there we go. I guess it doesn't help much that we just had rain a couple days ago anyway. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you guys a thing. It tells YouTube that you guys like my videos. It also tells me that you guys like my videos and what I do. Leave me some comments down below. I do like to read your comments and I do reply to them. This was something... I have been looking for one of these for a little while, and this one came up on... I've been saying Marketplace the entire video. It's actually on eBay, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of captions that have been put in the video saying eBay, not Marketplace. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. I want to do some adjustments on that plow. I want to try and make a different draft plate for it and do some other stuff to it. That one I would say did okay, but it ended up bending on me. The dirt that I was plowing had already been tilled. I had tilled it pretty fine, you know, so it was not really a good test point. However, you know, for what I was doing, I wanted to make sure the tractor could pull it, and I wanted to make sure that sleeve hitch could lift it and the plow was capable of doing it, and also my lift linkage was capable of lifting it, which so far everything seemed just fine. So I think for right now, that is where I'm going to end it. Hopefully here soon, once I get things a little bit more dialed in, we can make another video on it. I was talking to a couple friends of mine, Curtis, the guy that I bought the 317 off of, as well as my brother was talking to somebody into the steam tractors. He's got a steam tractor that's about the size of a garden tractor. He was thinking about saying something to him about maybe coming out here and joining us. Make a little plow day out of it, I guess. Something, I don't know. Alright guys, I want to thank all you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Is the cheapest sleeve hitch on eBay good? Seems like it is to me. I think I'm going to come under here and I'm going to adjust this up a notch and see if that helps with things. Maybe that'll make it lift higher up and better. It probably won't go nearly as low as it is now. You know, but however, it works. So there you go. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Take care guys. Bye.